Thank you for joining me today for Mind Body Yoga with Barb at Out the Box Mind Body Studio. I have a few props here. I have my tie. If you have a strap, you can use a strap. I'm also sitting on a beach blanket that's folded up for comfort and ease while I'm sitting. I'm just on the front edge of it. And then instead of blocks, because maybe you don't have blocks at home, you may have some plastic containers that you could use for your blocks. All right, so we'll begin by sitting comfortably. If crossing your legs is not right for you, by all means, feel free to extend one leg or extend both legs. We want comfort and ease in our practice. So I settle the sits bones into the earth. Perhaps roll the shoulders a few times, forward, up, down and back, and feel that lift up through the crown of the head. So we're firmly grounded with the earth, yet connected with the universe above. We come to the breath. We can do the three-part yogic pranayama, the Dirga breath. Inhaling, the belly expands, the rib cage opens and lifts, collarbones and sternum gently rise. And as we exhale, collarbone, sternum release downwards. The ribs move in for a hug and belly button back towards the spine. Full breaths, full inhalations and exhalations as we begin our practice. If thoughts come to mind, you can always return your awareness to the breath, maybe even counting each exhale. And allowing the calm to settle over mind, over body with each breath. With the next exhalation, we'll bring chin down towards the chest, breathing into the back of the neck. And as you inhale, we'll roll the right ear over the right shoulder, breathing into the left side of the neck. Exhaling, rolling chin back to center. Again, aware of any tightness in the shoulders, in the neck. Sending the breath to those areas, dissolving it away. As you inhale, we'll roll left ear over left shoulder, breathing into the right side of the neck, feeling the stretch. And then exhaling, chin back to chest. And then inhaling, head to neutral. We'll draw arms out, up overhead, palms together in Anjali Mudra, exhaling hands at heart center. The seat of loving kindness and compassion, knowing that these are meant for self as well as for others. Taking a moment to set an intention for your practice, to let go of any kind of schedule or agenda, and allow your practice to unfold breath by breath, moment by moment. Now, interlacing the fingers, we're going to roll back on the sits bones, tuck the chin, press the hands away from us. As you inhale and then exhale, we roll forward, rotating palms skyward and lifting our gaze. So not only are we finding some movement in the arms and the shoulders, but we're also coming into our cat and cow from a seated position. It's important to warm up joints, muscles, as we come to our practice. Now we'll unlace the fingers, open and close the hands, circle at the wrists. And then allow the arms to come behind us. We can interlace fingers if we like, or perhaps we'll use a tie and hold on to the tie in both hands, lengthening through the arms, coming into our Yoga Mudra arms. And releasing. Now I'll bring my feet forward, out a little bit wider than my hips, and come into my windshield wipers. Keep your gaze over the shoulder opposite of the knees. As my knees come over to the left, I'll come on to that left hip, bring my feet behind me, and come into a twist. Resting my forehead on the stacked hands. As you inhale, we'll press hands into the mat, come back to our windshield wipers. A couple to each side. And then over to the right side on the right hip. I bring my feet behind me and walk my hands down so I can stack my hands and rest my forehead. Breathing into my twist. Inhaling, I rise up, and then we'll come over to our tabletop position in preparation for rising up from our pose. So I'll come into my downward facing dog, curling my toes under, lifting hips up and back. I can walk out my dog here, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel towards the earth, and then doing the same with the other leg. As I heel my dog, I'm going to walk my feet forward, coming to a forward fold. And I can bend my knees if I like. Maybe I'll use my blocks to place my hands on them. They work pretty good. And when we're ready to rise up, I'll bend my knees and begin to roll on up vertebra by vertebra as I press my feet into the earth. Shoulders up, back and down. From our mountain pose, we'll draw arms out, up, overhead, making sure that the shoulder blades are together and down. And then walk our way forward, stepping back with our left foot, coming into our warrior one. So we want to bend the right knee at a 90-degree angle or greater, aligning the heels, front and back heel. And the back foot, that left foot, is a bit pigeon-toed at an angle. We can lift our gaze, drawing our shoulders down, and connect with your inner strengths, your inner warrior. Now bringing arms forward, parallel with the earth, palms together. I'm taking my left hand across and opening into my warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. I just move heel toe that right foot over. So now the right heel aligns with the arch of the left foot. And I gaze over the right fingertips. A strong pose, yet slightly vulnerable because we're open to the side. As you inhale, we'll draw the right arm up, and we can wrap the left arm or we can rest it on the back leg, coming into our exultant warrior. Breathing into the right rib. And now inhaling, arms parallel with the earth. We'll bring right forearm to the right thigh, extending left arm alongside the ear. We can gaze at the earth, at the horizon, or we can gaze skyward. If you'd like, you can bring the right hand down to the earth. Your choice. Play with your pose a bit. And then rising back up. I'm going to pigeon toe my feet. Hands on the hips and sending the hips back. A wide-legged forward fold. Once the hands come down, perhaps you'll heel toe the feet out a little bit more. And we want to send the hips behind us. Some of you might want to actually stack fists, resting your head on them. And from here, we'll come into a twist, planting that right hand opening out with the left, out and up, breathing into your twist. Exhaling, left hand down. We'll go ahead and plant the left hand and open out with the right. And exhaling the right hand back down. And once the hands are grounded, we can heel toe the feet in a little bit. Bring the arms out to the side, rising up. And then heel toeing the feet in. We'll turn to the other side. Drawing arms out, up overhead. And I'm going to walk towards now, which is my front of the mat. It was the back of the mat. And I'll step the right foot back into my warrior one. Coming into my warrior with the left foot forwards, left knee bent at a 90-degree angle or better. And once more, heels aligned. Drawing arms forward, palms together. I'm going to send my right arm back just as if I'm an archer. Bringing the arms parallel with the earth as I heel toe my left foot over, left heel aligning with the right arch. Breathing into your pose. And then inhaling and exhaling into your exultant warrior. We can wrap or rest the right arm. And gaze lifted or directly past the raised arm. Breathing into the left ribs. Inhaling, arms out parallel with the earth. Coming into the extended side angle. My left forearm on the left thigh. Extending right arm alongside the ear. And if you'd like, again here, you can bring that left arm down If we have any shoulder issues, we can always bring fingertips to the shoulder and breathe into your pose. Inhaling, rising up. I'm going to heel toe my feet. So now they're wide, toes out at an angle, and bring my arms up. 5-pointed star, and come into your squat. Pressing feet into the earth, reaching up to the sky, drawing in the energy of the sun, the moon, the stars. Now pressing off with the left foot, arms up overhead, temple hands, coming into our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. We can gaze just beyond the raised arm, or perhaps down. Breathing into the right ribs. And then inhaling up to center and exhaling over to the right side. Breathing into the left ribs. Making your way back up to center and hands at heart center. Aware of the beating heart. Reconnecting with breath. And as we release, preparing for a standing balancing pose. So we have these lovely trees behind us. I'm thinking maybe I will be a tree today. So I shift my weight into the right foot, and I open my left leg out to the side. I can flex my foot, releasing the toes from the mat, finding and playing with my balance. And perhaps bringing the left foot to the inside of the right calf. Finding your drishti or focal point, and then spreading your branches. Coming out at any time. And exhaling the release. We can roll out the right foot. And we'll come to the left foot. Shifting weight to the left foot, opening the right leg out to the side. Again, just playing with your balance here. Perhaps flexing the right foot, lifting toes off the mat. And when you're ready, if you like, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside left calf and spread your branches. Feel the earth beneath you, grounded, connected, and reach up to the sky above. Exhaling, we release. And we'll go ahead and roll out the left foot. And from here, we'll prepare to come down onto our mat once more. Inhaling, arms out to the side. Exhale, I swan dive down. I'm back in my forward folds, Uttanasana. And then I come on down to my hands and knees and to a seated position. From here, we'll work our core a bit. So I'm going to do this from the side. It's the can-can. I come down to my forearms, lift my knees up so my feet are off the mat, and I let my knees drift over to one side, kick out the top foot and leg, and bring it in, come center, over to the other side, kick out the top foot and leg. You can even have the can-can song playing in your head if you like. It's important that you don't have your hands underneath your hips or too close, because as we roll side to side, our hands will stop us. And coming center and back to forward. I'll extend my right leg long. I have a tie that I'm going to use around my foot and crisscross over the ankle. You can sit on a folded towel or blanket and come into Janu Shirshasana. So we inhale, arms out, up overhead. Exhale, reach, reach, reach for the right foot. When you come to your edge, that's when we release the hands to the foot, the tie, the earth, or maybe to your leg. We just want to make sure that we're not pulling the toes back here. Several breaths. Feel the stretch, pressing out to the crown of the head. As you inhale, we'll rise up, arms out to the side, that right hand on the inside of the right knee, and rotate, twisting to the left, flexing the foot of the extended leg. Full belly breaths. And inhaling center. We'll come to these poses on the other side, extending my right leg. My left knee is out to the side. Now do remember that if you like, you can always place a folded throw or towel underneath a hip, a thigh, a knee for comfort and ease. I'm going to bring my tie around my foot, again crisscrossing over the ankle. Inhaling, arms out, up overhead, and I reach towards the right foot. When I come to my edge, that's when I release the hands and continue to press out through the crown of the head. Inhaling, rising up, arms out to the side. My left hand on my left knee, and I rotate to the right, flexing the foot of the extended leg. Full belly breaths in my twist. Inhaling center. I'll release my tie and prepare to come onto my back for an inversion. So it can be an inversion of choice, of course. I'm going to come into a bridge pose. All right, we'll be coming down onto our mat for our inversion. And so you can do that by coming over onto your side and rolling onto your back. Or perhaps you'd like to work your core, coming from a seated position, hands on legs. And we'll just release slowly and mindfully down to the earth. As shoulders and head come down to the mat, we can take a full body stretch. And then bring the knees in for a hug, maybe circling the knees, massaging the sacrum, or you can always rock side to side. As knees come center, I plant my feet hip width apart, arms alongside the body. I'm going to exhale, engaging my core, lifting up through the pelvic floor, belly button up and back towards the spine. I press my feet into the earth and peel my spine off the mat. You can make adjustments with the shoulders. We do want to keep our gaze skyward as much as possible so that we're not turning the head, the neck. If you'd like to interlace fingers underneath the body and come into your yoga mudra arms, you may, walking the shoulders together, making a shoulder shelf. Breathing here. The arms are just a variation. And when you're ready to release, I unlace my fingers, bring my shoulders back out, and release vertebra by vertebra back to the earth. My hips kiss the mat, and I bring my knees back in for a little hug. Now from here, I interlace my fingers, place them on the right shin, extend the left leg skyward, and then release my left leg down towards the mat, let it hover, bend the knee into the chest, press my foot skyward, a half water wheel. Breathing movement into the body. And as that left leg hovers over the mat, I release it. I'm going to relax the right arm out to the side and cross right knee over to the left into a supine twist, Supta Matsyendrasana. My gaze can be over my right shoulder and full belly breaths. With the next inhalation, I'll draw my right knee up, exhale it out to the side for a supine tree pose. We did tree as our standing balancing pose. Now it's a supine pose as well. Arranging your branches, your arms comfortably. As you feel grounded with the earth, inhaling, I bring my left foot up to meet my right, make any adjustments for comfort, and I'm in my bound angle pose. I can bring index fingers and thumbs together, perhaps bringing the arms up overhead, my fingers and thumbs mirroring that diamond shape of my legs. I'll release my arms, begin to slowly butterfly my knees up and towards each other, and then let them drift out and away from each other. Doing this a couple more times. Mindful movement, connected with breath. With the next inhalation, knees come together. I lift my feet off the mat, knees in towards the chest, a little hug, a little circling, massaging the sacrum once more. And And as knees come center, interlacing the fingers, now on my left shin, extending right leg skyward and coming to my half water wheel on the right side. Bending the knee into the chest, extending the foot skyward, and slowly releasing the extended leg down towards the earth. As the right leg hovers over the mat, we'll release it. I'm going to relax my left arm out to the side and cross the left knee over to the right side, coming into my supine twist. My gaze to the left, my knee to the right. Always finding what's right for your body and meeting it where it's at today. Full belly breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, left knee up, coming into our supine tree pose once more. We can arrange our branches. Now inhaling, right foot to left, back in our supine bound angle pose. This time I'm going to bring index fingers and thumbs together, and then bring my thumbs right where my belly button is and my index fingers down towards the pubic bone. Breathing into the inner thighs, the groin, allowing the breath to soften any holding in the hips, releasing tension breath by breath. Now beginning to butterfly the knees up and towards each other again, drifting out and away. Slow, mindful movement connected with breath. As the knees come in and together, we'll draw the knees into the chest, hands on shins, reconnecting with your intention or dedication for our practice today, knowing that it will blossom and grow. And from here, we'll come into our Shavasana. So we can take a full body stretch. Traditional Shavasana, lying on your back, arms alongside the body. Perhaps we'll use something underneath the knees. And we bring the palms down for grounding. Palms facing upward, continuing to receive the energy of the universe around you. Shoulder blades drawn broad and flat on the earth. And just allow the eyes to close gently, allowing this time for integrating your practice, reconnecting with the earth, and allowing your energy levels to rise once more. As you continue in your Shavasana, I'm reading a poem by Dana Folds from Root to Bloom, Time Enough. The wisdom voice says, "Be still, take time for what is truly important." I imagine myself diving, leaving behind an untidy trail of what is not needed. I cast aside worry, which has never brought me anything even remotely useful. I let go of doubt and all the countless ways I tie myself in knots. Scattered behind me like discarded clothes are old beliefs, selfish agendas, my fixed and false identities, attachment to particular results. Weightless and miraculously free, my eyes shine with wonder and enthusiasm. The wisdom voice says, there is always time enough for joy. Now bring your breath, your awareness to the breath. As you begin to hear the chiming of the bells, the gentle rise and fall of the belly, as you inhale and exhale, bringing some gentle movement to the head and neck, and bringing some movement into hands and feet, taking a full body stretch, awakening mind and body through breath and movement. And now drawing knees to the chest, hands on knees, and finding a gentle rocking. Coming over either onto right or left side in fetal position, make adjustments for comfort as you savor these last few moments of your Shavasana, the last few moments of your final relaxation. Feeling nurtured and nourished through your practice today. Now pressing hands into the earth, rising back to your seated position, Sukhasana. Coming full circle in your practice. Inhaling, arms out, up overhead, hands together and at heart center. May you find peace, contentment, and joy both on and off the mat. Namaste.